Our next one is titled Things They Say. Quote, sleep now. Yeah, thanks. Tell that to my heartburn, hip pain, bladder, and pelvis pain that wake me up every hour. Once the baby drops, you'll have less heartburn and you can breathe easier. False. Now I have heartburn, can't breathe, and pelvic pain. Whew. 36 weeks. That went by so quickly. Yeah, I'm positive I've been pregnant for approximately 3 years. Enjoy this time while it's just you and your husband. Yeah, if my husband so much as breathes the wrong way, I'm about to roundhouse his ass. So you can say I'm really enjoying this time. You look great. As I waddle into the kitchen to shove 3 Rice Krispie treats into my face while wearing the only pair of sweatpants that fit me and a t-shirt filled with holes with my belly hanging out the bottom. Yep, never felt more beautiful. Now, obviously, this is a mother complaining a little bit about some of the comments that people say when you're pregnant. And she's pretty late in her pregnancy at this stage. She says, 36 weeks. So she has quite a lot to complain about. Honestly, I think, obviously, the image that she ends with is a pretty hilarious one. And fair enough, yeah, I also did not really care all that much about what I looked like or how I dressed by the end of my pregnancy. I was pretty happy just to have clothes that kind of just covered the belly, to be honest. And some of my favorite t-shirts I didn't even care about. Still wearing them because I still wore them, even though you could see the bottom of the belly. So it looks a little bit funny and it's a little bit funky in general, but it's just part of the spirit of that time, I would say. And I think that after a certain period of time, you just own it and you just live with it and you just understand that, hey, you're only pregnant for so long. So long as you're comfortable, it doesn't really matter what you're wearing or what the people around you think. That said, I think that actually people try, I don't think that most people try to be helpful. I think that most people try to share horror stories, but the statements here, it sounds like people are trying to be somewhat helpful. Things like, hey, that went by so quickly, that's from their perspective, and time does pass by pretty quickly. By the time that you have the kid, you're kind of like, oh, I was pregnant for 5 minutes is what it feels like. That's how fast that time went by. And statements like, enjoy this while it's just you and your husband. I mean, if you're struggling in general and you're just bitchy and in an angry mood and you kind of want to take it out on everyone, you think that everything everyone says to you is ridiculous, and you're kind of, I guess that you're in this mental state where you're not really going to be broken out of it. But I don't think you have to be that way. I think the fact that people are somewhat trying to be a little bit helpful is sweet and kind. Some of the comments here, pretty much everyone says, hey, I can relate to this. This is a really good point. I feel so heard right now. This comment says, yeah, the sleep now drives me wild. Even if I could sleep well right now, which I can't due to all the reasons that you listed, plus more, it doesn't really matter. It's not like you can save up on sleep. I'm not going to be up at 3 a.m. in August and think, whew, really glad I slept in June. It's made such a difference in my life right now. And yes, I actually do agree with that. I was not sleeping very well in late pregnancy either. And I think that in general, people should just stop commenting on sleep, to be honest. It's not a helpful statement from anyone about anything. Also, when it comes to sleep deprivation while the baby is here, it's just not very helpful. But yeah, it's just a little glimpse of what life looks like when you are pregnant, especially when you are late in pregnancy and you're just a little bit tired and you feel like you can't get any bigger than you currently are. And then you're still getting bigger every week and you're just waiting for it to end. It does end, no one has ever been pregnant forever, and it's not so bad. It's a really fun time on the whole.